Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in the living world of darkness, werewolf, the apocalypse, also as Rage Across New York. Haven't done this in a while. The apocalypse. Tonight, well, today, rather. Pretty messed up this intro. Today, Pride of the Sun are to meet at the Lion Line, a bar that just so happens to reside within the territory of a pack that is patronized by a lion. In any case, outside of perhaps Dorian, who is likely just present as he works here, works there, Jacob will arrive and probably get a non-alcoholic drink from Dorian, because Jacob is no fun and is in fact here to police your fun. Dorian,
Dorian will greet Jacob as he comes in. I'll say this is probably on the break because he's not in the security, so he doesn't do a whole much of, just sitting by and having a drink while he's actually working.
Zelda will arrive. It's one of those rare moments where she's in very work appropriate attire. She's wearing like a skirt, some heels, some kind of blouse with a jacket. Very still well put together and stuff as usual, but just very business professional. You can also see a lot more of her scarring on her legs now because of the skirt, though it's probably a little blurred or kind of blends in with the skin just because she's probably wearing some kind of hose or something as a way to kind of not freak out people, because I know her face is a lot much harder to hide, but she just looks probably like a grizzled war vet, just somebody who's seen combat and has to deal with the day-to-day to normal people. But it's a story they'll never really know or find out, and she appreciates that, because it'd be annoying trying to lie about that. But yeah, she arrives to Lion Line and goes to sit across from Jacob. Kind of puts her phone on silent and puts it away, and she just gives a greeting in Russian. Very very friendly. Very friendly greeting. It doesn't carry her usual harsh European tone that she usually gives everybody else.
Hey. How you both
She
doing?
smiles. Well, couldn't be better. Living our best life.
Living the best life?
Trying to. Just getting off of work. Actually left a little early, so.
Huh.
Fortunately, my boss is very you know, she's very amendable to me kind of making my own schedule.
Well, how you doing, Dorian?
You're probably muted on your mic because I don't hear you.
Muted. There we go.
Hello, there we go. Yes, you'll say pretty good, nothing to complain about. Been training the cubs. They're getting technique, a lot of them need strength to go along with it.
Do you think they're getting any benefit out of your training?
Malcolm, I could see some change, and Haas and Ran too. I saw them spar the other day. They're getting better. Neither of them have much strength. They kept hitting each other, and well, thank God it was a spar. With the little damage they were doing, it would have taken a long time to kill someone. But they got technique, and they get the idea that a fight is not as basic and as just killing your opponent. There are techniques to do it, and you also have to think of your surrounding. They both have a good hold on that idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to hear that they're coming along. I myself have been dealing with the fallout from Measure first. I'm also going to be making some arrangements of a sort. It's what I wanted to discuss with you. As it's
Arrangements?
important that I feel it's something that is dealt with face to face as opposed to through the pack, like as convenient as it is. I have
Chris, apparently you sound super quiet. The people listening.
Oh, okay. One sec. Better now? I assume so.
Yeah.
Alright. I have my thoughts have drifted to or have been drifting to matters of legacy recently. So and it's been struck me that that if I were to leave the sept for whatever reason that may be, a lot of what I've built would not be able to sustain itself. And well, there aren't many people who remember what I was like or what my goals were when I first arrived here. Most of them have either died or gone on to form their own careers in other septs. So I wanted to put a few things on the record in the event that something happens. I've been grooming a successor of sorts, a kinfolk of mine, to take over the role of police captain in the event that I go poof. He would need to be put under your protection, specifically yours, Zelda. I have a lot of power over the police force on the east side of Manhattan, but if I were to go, there'd be a vacuum, and, well, I've more or less spent the last 4 to 5 years trying to clean that place up. So I'd need someone to take care of it for me.
She looks at him and just gives him a single strong nod. She says, "Sure, I can do that. Is there any particular reason why you think that he needs me specifically? Do you encounter any specific dangers? Any specific needs he might need?"
To my understanding, he is not currently being targeted by anyone, but his position ensures that he either will be, or at the very least could be.
Mm-hmm.
And in the event that I leave this sept or this mortal plane, he will need someone I trust to take my place in ensuring his safety, or at least making sure that what he's helped me to build doesn't go to waste and isn't torn down. It's actually been one of my greatest fears. That all that progress I've worked on might just vanish with me. I don't intend for this sept's power over the city and the force to be temporary.
Would they be okay working under a Shadow Lord?
Arms in Red isn't here to hear this, so I'll have to tell him through the pack link, unfortunately, but I intend to, if at any point I am killed, kinfolk under my protection will be transferred to him. This man is an exception due to the power he wields. But to answer your question, yes, he'll be okay with it. He'll have to be, ultimately.
She draws a small, quirk of a smile. But her eyes belie, a humble, well, I'm glad for that.
I also have
Well,
a
if you don't
couple of-
mind.
oh,
I was gonna say, if you don't mind, then I'd like to get to know him before anything happens, or this challenge, or whatever's going to happens. While you're here.
it's just me making arrangements and preparing in advance. In theory, I should have done this a lot longer ago, but I may as well do it now while we're at our peak. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping nothing happens in the near future. I'd very much like to remain and continue to act as I always have, but that may not be my choice. There are some other things to go over. As some of you already know, I'm in regular contact with a Bastet called Swiftrunner. I'll be I'm going to start referring him over to you more frequently, Zelda. And you seem like the type to build bridges. You already got the Korax eaten out of your palm.
I'll tell you something I haven't told anybody else yet, but I told them that I'm gonna be their champion. Going forward.
That's interesting.
Haven't really gotten a response yet. I let them kind of take that and dwell on it a bit, see what they say. But it's just part of a bigger plan to try to gain more influence with some other spirits, especially with my own brood. I plan on trying to go for Right Master eventually, and I want to have eyes and ears everywhere. So I have some bridges and schemes I am up to.
That's good.
But yeah, I'd like to get with the Swift Runner or whatever. That's fine. Whatever you think is necessary.
He has a lot of. He tends to run into a lot of interesting information. Not as easy to pry it out of him as the Korax, but sometimes the information he has is significantly more valuable.
He doesn't have the attitude of Zelly, does he?
No, he's much more forthcoming. Actually, talk to him about Zelly, so I could try see if I could get a read on her, see if there was any, if this may have been related to Bastet culture or anything. But he gave me some useful advice. And speaking of glass in the wall, I don't want people breaking my word to her just because I'm gone. So
I don't intend anyone to do that. I'll make sure of it if anything happens
I
to you.
appreciate that. But speaking of eyes everywhere, Dorian, connected to quite a few people, some in your circles, some outside of them. They'll be placed in your care. A lot of them are regular mortals, so you'll need to be careful with them. But
Oh Lord.
one of them is a detective as well. He's a should something happen that affects our influence over the police force as a whole, he's something of a safety net. Not a particularly strong one, but his allegiance to us is such that we can retain a connection to the police force if for some reason our kinfolk are outed. He was a former supervisor of mine, so be nice to him. The others are actually a lawyer and an informant. Also a reporter. Reporter's actually an old friend of mine.
Ooh.
Doesn't know who I am. Or what I am. So,
Oh wow.
Hmm?
Oh no, I'm just generally commenting. Sorry, it's like, oh wow.
Okay.
Shouldn't be surprised, but yeah.
They are they're small players, but they're important. As for this, he pulls out his clave. Arms in Red will be informed to return it to the beta of the Scepter of Frostbite, my father-in-law. He'll know where to take it. Unfortunately, I don't have any kids, otherwise I'd just give it to them.
Yeah.
But as for the other heirloom in my possession, see, he kind of swaps out his clay for his harmony flute. This I would give to you, Zelda, in the event that I leave this pack. It was gifted to me by a friend of mine from the Children of Gaia, who prior to that had it gifted to them by a member of the Wendigo.
Oh wow.
It's had a long journey, but it's always been here in the Sept. And I would not have it leave the Sept. This flute belongs to everyone on the Sept.
Any specific taboos or deals regarding the food that we should be made aware of, or
Not that I know
can we
of.
thank the Wendigo that created it?
As far as I know, it came to me with a clean slate. And it is
That's good.
it is a peaceful spirit that rests inside the flute. So I don't think it will well, you know spirits better than I do. But it has always been good to me, so I assume it will in turn be good to you.
I'll make sure it gets used and stays within the sept.
Thank you. There is one last thing. It's not really all that tangible, but it's important to me. Before you arrived here, well, the Gara of the time called it a Kinfolk Bill of Rights, but it was a series of laws defining the rights, liberties, and obligations of the kinfolk. It is to be frank, my greatest contribution to the sept. I'm not ordering you to look after it or to rigorously enforce it or anything, but if you could ensure that the care and the energy of the people that went into that document would not be dismissed or corrupted, I would appreciate it.
Zelda's face does twist a little bit. She doesn't seem to have... It's more out of, like, ignorance. And she just says, I don't think I have ever heard about this Kinfolk Bill of Rights since I've been here. It's the first time I ever come across this or heard of it.
Oh, perhaps that's a good thing. Probably means it's becoming the norm. But, yeah. But, that's all I had to really say. I know it's kind of heavy. So, sorry if I put a downer on your day. I know I have a tendency to do that.
No, I don't think it's... I think it's a downer. It's like a subtle reminder of, like, things just kind of... I know this is not the end, but it is a certain type of end, you know what I mean? I mean, it's uncertain what anything is going to happen, but it's just amazing just how much connection is still to the worm in a sense, and even though this is like a very benign type of end. I just yeah, I kind of have like this weird feeling in my stomach and my chest. I'm not really sure how to say what I want to say. I just I'm kind of glad that my path has come across yours. I learned a lot since I've been with you, packed up with you, so. Always been excited to work beside you. So, in case you ever had any doubt, like, I hope this kind of removes that. It's been an honor.
Likewise.
I remember when we met for the first time, and
Almost killed me.
well, Cosmic, the sight of you used to your uniform specifically used to piss me off, but I've grown past that thanks to you. I still remember the first mission we went on together. You called for people, and hell, look, I was out to Zelda. We were the two that turned up, and it was American Zelda. You were stuck in, what happened during the full moon. And I was pissed all the time because I still hadn't gotten around getting over my issues with authority, and somehow we managed to come back with information. And now the three of us are in the same fucking pack. So I think since that day, I don't want to sound melodramatic, but maybe I think Gaia was watching us and decided we belong together. So if your path does take you away, if Gaia decides that the road you belong somewhere else, I'll be sad to let you go, but I'll still be proud of having been part of your pack and having met you. And I'll make sure people remember you.
Thank you. Well, I think I'll even take this moment to order some alcohol for all of us.
What? Mr. Clay.
Doyle is smiling.
You're not gonna stick to your morals to the very end? You're just gonna go ahead and just, let that go a little bit?
I can let my hair down this one time. Not that there's much of it.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'm good with it.
And I think as Jacob, in one of what maybe like 4 or 5 times in the entirety of his existence in this venue, will order alcoholic drinks for himself and other people. And I think that is the perfect place to end the scene on a high note, as the Pride of the Sun celebrates themselves and this moment. Thank you players for playing, thank you watchers watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.